Breaking news, just in. Telecomrecord Entertainment is warning all Canadians to brace for Justin Trudeau's second carbon tax increase, starts July 1, 2023. A second carbon tax starts on July 1 and is opposed by the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, CTF, which urges Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to reconsider his plan. Canadians need another carbon tax like we need a kick in the head, said Franco Terrazzano, federal director of the CTF. The Parliamentary Budget Officer, PBO, is clear: Trudeau's second carbon tax will cost families hundreds of dollars. A new federal carbon tax will apply to fuel producers starting July 1. To comply with the regulations, they will have to buy credits or lower the carbon content of their fuels. According to the PBO, the second carbon tax will significantly impact the average household by 2030. It will raise the annual cost by up to $1,157 and the gas price by up to 17 cents per liter. The table below shows the provincial breakdown and cost of the average household. Image at the expense of Canadian taxpayers federally. By 2030, the PBO estimates the second carbon tax will cost the average family in Saskatchewan $1,117 per year, Alberta $1,157 per year, and Manitoba $611 per year. The second carbon tax does not offer rebates and is added to the existing carbon tax. By 2030, the combined effect of the two carbon taxes will raise the gas price by around 55 cents per litre. The PBO stated that Canada's own emissions are not large enough to materially impact climate change and that the second carbon tax is broadly regressive. Families can't afford to pay more for a useless tax that won't help the environment, said Terrazzano. If Trudeau truly cares about making life more affordable, then he would scrap his carbon taxes. Below are some feedback of some disgruntled Canadian. Comment from Martin in Saskatchewan. I would rather have a responsible government that doesn't cost 45% of a paycheck, and doesn't do everything in their power to ruin our country and make this place too expensive to live in. Comment from Dave Johnson in Alberta. Carbon taxes affect everything you pick up in the store. Drive inflation along with government deficit spending. Interest rates are the cost of borrowing money. Don't borrow and you don't pay a dime, but your savings grow much faster. In case you haven't noticed, savers have been penalized for a decade by artificially low interest rates. Why were they low? Because of massive government debt. Canada today is ignored by anyone who wants to plant a business. Before 2015, Canada was one of the best places to start a business. Have you ever wondered why only the Western democracies are pursuing the CO2 nonsense, man? The 6 billion citizens and the rest of the world grow their oil and gas use by double digits every year. China, the world's worst emitter and polluter, builds 2 coal-generating plants every week. Canada's 1.6% of global emissions are completely irrelevant. If Canada ceased to exist tomorrow, China would suck up our emissions in a few weeks. Too bad we have such stupid politicians who think 30-odd million dumb Canucks can save the planet. Completely insane. Do a little research into volcano eruptions. Pinatubo back in the 80s, changed the weather for years and emitted more hydrocarbons, CO2 and pollution than man has generated since the start of the Industrial Revolution. Hundreds of active volcanoes today. There is nothing known to replace oil and gas today. Did you know oil is abiotic and created in the core of the planet? We will likely never run out. Comment from Janet in British Columbia. The government say they are fighting the problem climate change, and their solution is to take money from workers and corporations and small businesses. The Prime Minister is only making life more difficult for middle and lower class Canadians. People need heat in winter to stop from freezing. If everyone got their money back in a rebate, there would be a net tax deficit, due to the expenses of collection and monitoring the tax. He lies with every word he speaks. This news release is coming to you from Telecomrecord Entertainment, and please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe.